Fish Story Gallery. La Chiva is the demon in me, and I am La Chiva, and this is Fish Story Gallery. Welcome to this sharing of journeying, yoga, and meditation practice. I'll be taking you through the different stages of the journeying, yoga, and meditation practice that we'll be doing today in a ritual manner, meaning that I'll mention the poses that are coming next. I'll be giving some encouragement and coaching with regard to alignment and breathing, but mostly you'll be left on your own to enjoy the ritual atmosphere of the journeying, yoga, and meditation practice. Now, why am I calling it journeying, yoga, and meditation? Is because I want to do some drum playing and some invitation to spirit to draw us into the spirit world as we engage in the yoga and meditation practices. So really, all it means is that in addition to the yoga and meditation practices, we'll begin by listening to the drum and allowing the sound of the drum to draw us in to a meditative consciousness, but a consciousness that's also open to being infused by spirit as we undertake the yoga practice, which is essentially a spiritual practice that is embodied, that's brought into our bodily practice. We'll begin each session by drawing a tarot card that I'll interpret for us before we listen to the drum, and we'll use the tarot card as a guidance, and you can use the card that we draw and any interpretation that I provide as a focus for meditation at the end. But throughout the entire session, you're invited to partake of your own individual yoga practice, and at the end, your own meditation practice. So let's draw the card that will set us off in our practice journey today. The Three of Cups. Now, this is a beautiful card because what it means really is that we would be joining together the three that I would be, the way that I would interpret that is you and me and spirit joining together here with practice. Or you could think of it as you and me and the practice itself. And it's not a physical card. It's a cups card. It's open to physicality, sensuality, but really it's saying that this is an intuitive experience, an emotional experience, and that we should be focusing on it affecting us on those levels more than we should be thinking about it as an actual sort of physical exercise class, which is not what we're doing here. There are lots of places where you can do yoga as physical exercise, but here we really consider it as a practice of moving spirit through the body in a certain way that provides us with more meditative, a more meditative atmosphere both inside of ourselves and outside. So we'll leave the Three of Cups card here. Now I first want to just give you some indication. You see I'm sitting on a bolster and I have it raised up just so that my hips are a little bit higher than my knees, just a little bit. My knees are sloping down from my hips. My hip sockets or the crease of my hips are as open as possible in this posture. So if you need to get up nice and tall on a cushion or a set of cushions or rolled up towels, do that. And now I invite you, just feel the crown of your head, the spiral at the top of your head, lifting up. The back of your neck is long. The shoulders are relaxed down and open. The chest is open. And I'll do a series of drumming, followed by Om chanting. I'll chant Om 3 times after the drum. But while I'm doing the drumming, just allow the drumming sound to wash over you, to relax and stimulate you at the same time. bringing energy and vitality into your mind and your body, but also drawing you in to the hypnotic and comforting folds of the spirit world as we journey through the practice together today. Now remove your cushion and come to all fours with the palms directly under the shoulders and the knees directly under the hips for the cat and cow pose. Inhale and exhale, curve the tailbone under, chin to the chest for the cat, and curve the tailbone up. Drop the abdomen down, press the shoulders down, and look up for the cow. Continuing on. Cat. Cow. Inhaling for the cow, exhaling into the cat. And bringing the back into a neutral flat back position. And just give some movement into the tailbone just to loosen it up a little bit. And sit back on the heels. Stretch the arms out in front and bring the forehead towards the floor in child's pose. Relax the upper body onto the floor. Then look up at the space between the palms. Stretch the palms out in front like a cat stretching its claws. Curl the tail, curl the toes under behind. And straighten the knees, coming into an inverted V or downward dog position. And just gently walk the feet between the palms. And coming into a standing forward bend. Release the head, neck, and shoulders. Bend the knees slightly. Bring the weight onto the heels and roll up the spine one vertebra at a time. When you reach the top, roll the shoulders back, open the chest, inhale. Feeling the crown of the head lifting up towards the ceiling, lengthening the spine up, and now we're in Tadasana, the mountain standing pose. Inhale. Exhale the palms together in front of the chest. Stretch the arms straight out in front. Lifting up out of the hips, arch back slightly. Coming forward, reaching out with a flat back. Coming down with a flat back. Bringing the palms outside the feet. Stretch the left leg far back, left knee to the floor, and look up. Curl the back toes under. Bring the right foot back to meet the left. Inverted V position, pressing the palms into the floor, pressing the heels into the floor. Inverted V position. And now lowering knees, chest, and chin to the floor, keeping the pelvis slightly raised. Now lower the pelvis and raise the head, neck, and chest, but keeping the palms in place and without placing pressure on them. And now curl the toes under, pressure on the palms, inverted V position. Inhale here, exhale. The left foot forward, you can help it forward if you need to. Knee is right over the ankle, right knee to the floor, and looking up. Inhale. Exhale, right foot forward to meet the left. Straighten the knees. Stretch the arms out alongside the ears. Try and make a flat back, coming up with a flat back. Lifting up and arching back slightly. And just coming forward to carry on with the second round. And knees, chest between the palms, chin. Lower the hips, raise the head, neck, and chest with no pressure on the palms. Pressure on the palms. Inverted V. Inhale. Right foot forward. Left foot forward between the palms, right knee to the floor, look up. Inhale, exhale, right foot forward to meet the left. Straighten the knees. Inhale, lengthen the arms out, flat back, coming up with a flat back, lifting up, arching back, lifting up, reaching out, coming down with a flat back, release. Palms outside the feet, left leg far back, looking up. Inhale, exhale, right foot back to meet the left. Inverted V. Inhale, exhale, knees, chest, chin. Pelvis slightly raised. Exhale, lower the hips to the floor. Raise the head, neck, and chest. No pressure on the palms. Pressure on the palms. Inverted V. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot forward between the palms. Right knee to the floor. Look up. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot forward to meet the left. Standing forward bend. Inhale. Lengthen the arms out, flat back, coming up with a flat back, lifting up, arching back slightly, lifting up, bringing the palms together in front of the chest. Inhale, exhale, float the arms down to the side and hold still. Coming down to the floor on the abdomen. Turn the cheek to the right side, arms alongside the body with the palms facing up, legs about shoulder width apart. Just release here, breathing into the abdomen, which you can see expands and opens the lower back. Bring the forehead towards the floor. Bring the palms to the floor under the shoulders. Bring the feet together. Tops of the feet lengthened out onto the floor. Feet and heels together. No pressure on the palms. Press the shoulders down. Feel the crown of the head reaching out and inhale coming up. Cobra. Now separate the legs about shoulder width apart. Slide the palms forward so the elbows are right under the shoulders in a kind of sphinx position. Look up, then place pressure on the palms and gently straighten the elbows, stretching the eyes all the way to the top of the vision and lowering down. Drawing the palms back, arms alongside the body. And now rock the body up on the left and tuck the left arm underneath. Rock the body up on the right, tuck the right arm underneath, and bring the chin to the floor. Feet and heels together, tops of the feet lengthened out onto the floor. Bring the awareness to the left leg, lengthen the left leg out, inhale it up. Straight up just slightly, exhale it down. Right leg, lengthen it out, inhale it up. Lengthening is more important than height, exhale it down. Left leg, lengthen it out, inhale it up. Exhale it down. Right leg one more time. Exhale it down. Both legs straighten together, lengthen them out, inhale them up. Exhale, floating down. Release the arms, release the legs, and turn the cheek to the left side this time. Bring the forehead to the floor. Bend the knees, reach back, take a hold of wherever is comfortable. Now, the way to come into the bow pose, press the feet into the arms, draw the arms back, raise the knees, and then look up, balancing on the abdomen. If you can, bring the feet together. looking up to the top of the vision. And release the ankles or feet gently. And stretch the arms out alongside the ears. Stretch the legs out. See if you can have the arms and the legs off the floor. And then gently float them down. Draw the palms back under the shoulders. Bring the legs together. Press into the palms. And sit back on the heels in the child's pose. Now roll up the spine into a seated position on the heels. Sitting up nice and tall, this time on the heels. The knees bent. Now come up onto the knees and curl the toes under behind. And just roll the shoulders back. Send the arms reaching back and just take hold of the heels, looking up, pressing the hips forward. Allowing the head not to just drop back, but to lengthen back. The crown of the head reaching towards the wall behind, the eyes looking up and back, and the pelvis pressing forward. Opening the body to the world. Inhale, gently coming up, and while you lengthen up, sit back down on the heels. Now, lengthen one leg and then the other out in front of the body, and slide to the front of your mat or area, your practice area, with the legs lengthened out in front of you. Flex the feet here. I reach under and remove some flesh out from under my sitting bones. Flex the feet here so the toes are pointing up. Feel the crown of the head pointing up. And bend the left knee in. Take hold of the left foot. And just rock the knee inside the top of the leg, giving it some movement inside the top of the hip socket. Loosening it up. Place the foot to the inside of the right knee or thigh, wherever's comfortable, wherever helps you to keep the knee relaxed down. Right toes pointed up, stretch the arms out, feel the shoulders relax down, inhale the arms up alongside the ears. Lengthening up and then exhale, lengthening out over the right leg. Take a hold of wherever's comfortable, whether you can reach the foot or the ankle or even up by the knee, but wherever's comfortable, make a commitment to stay in that place. And then relax the facial muscles, relax the back of the neck, relax the shoulders. And just bring the awareness deep within. And stretch the arms out alongside the ears. Inhale, coming up. Lifting up, exhale, float the arms down. As you feel the crown of the head continuing to lengthen up. Lengthen the left leg out alongside the right. Bend the right knee. And just take hold of the right foot and the right knee and just move the top of the leg inside the hip socket, making it nice and oily, getting some opening in the hip sockets. Then place the foot to the inside of the left thigh, or further down the leg if it helps you to lower the knee down to the floor. Point the left toes up towards the ceiling, reach the arms out alongside the out Lengthen them out along in front of the body alongside the leg. Inhale the arms up. Lifting the arms up and exhale, lengthening out. Taking a hold wherever is comfortable and relaxing the face, shoulders, elbows. And stretch the arms out alongside the ears. Inhale, coming up. Lifting up, exhale. Float the arms down. And lengthen the right leg out alongside the left. And we'll do the full forward bend. Stretch the arms out straight in front of you. Press the shoulders down. Feel the crown of the head reaching up. Inhale the arms up alongside the ears. Lifting up. Exhale. Lengthen out over both legs. Take a hold of wherever's comfortable. The feet, the ankles. And make a commitment to stay where you have taken a hold and breathe and relax in that position. So you want to challenge yourself to reach further than is absolutely comfortable, but not so far that you can't make a commitment to hold it there and breathe. The awareness goes deep within. Stretch the arms out alongside the ears. Inhale, coming up. Lifting up, and then right here, keeping the arms right alongside the ears, curve the tailbone under, and slowly roll down the spine. Keep the arms right next to the ears, lowering the spine to the floor like a chain to a table, one vertebra at a time. And then separate the legs about shoulder width apart. Place the arms alongside the body with the palms facing up, arms slightly away from the body. And melt into the floor. Now, if you have your own practice with the shoulder stand, you're welcome to do it now and stay in the shoulder stand for as long as you're comfortable with and is your practice. If you'd like to join me, bring the legs together, the palms on either side of the hips facing down, and we'll do 3 leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, raise the legs straight and together, perpendicular to the body, to the floor. And inhale, lower the legs. Exhale, raise. And on the third exhalation, raise the legs straight and together. I'll tuck my t-shirt into my panties. We'll raise the legs straight and together, press the palms down, bring the legs over the face. Now don't move the head from side to side here. You can clasp the fingers behind the back to bring the shoulders closer together as you raise the legs up and bring the palms flat to the back to support the body, bringing the chest towards the chin and straightening the legs up. Just trying to get the legs up, even if you're here or here. Just working on walking the palms down the back towards the shoulders, bringing the chest towards the chin, bringing the pelvis forward towards the face, and the toes lengthening up. Lowering the legs back over the face, and using the arms behind the back as a kind of counterweight as you slowly roll down the spine one vertebra at a time. When the legs are perpendicular, see if you can lower them straight and together. And when you reach the bottom, separate the legs about shoulder width apart. Arms slightly away from the body with the palms raised. Relax the facial muscles, melt into the floor. And bring the legs together. Take hold of the thighs with the hands on either side of the thighs like this. And you'll not move the elbows from this point. Sit up on the elbows, halfway up on the elbows, looking down at the feet. Tilt the pelvis forward without moving the elbow position. Press the abdomen and chest up and lower the crown of the head to the floor behind. Breathe deeply into the top of the lungs. And then sit up on the elbows, looking down at the feet again. Then tilt the pelvis back and roll down the spine, one vertebra at a time. And again, when you reach the bottom, separate the legs about shoulder width apart, arms away from the body, palms raised. Melt into the floor. And now slowly bring the knees into the chest. Hug the knees into the chest, bring the forehead towards the knees, and begin a forward and backward rocking motion along the length of the spine. Until you eventually rock yourself up into a seated position. And just realize the seated position for a moment. Feel the crown of the head reaching up, shoulders relaxed down and back, chest open. As though you briefly inhabit a meditation position. And sit up, turn around, lengthen the legs out in front of the body again in the other direction, this time. And we'll do a spinal twist. First, draw the knee into the chest. Feel the crown of the head lifted up. Let that, pulling that knee in, lengthen the spine. Then cross the right foot over the left leg and place the foot on the floor, flat to the floor on the other side of the leg. See if you can find a position for the foot, even if it's down here, so you're still able to sit up nice and tall. So revisit the crown of the head reaching up once you've placed the foot on the other side of the leg. Lengthen the arms out in front. Feel the shoulders relax down. Inhale. Exhale. Begin to twist to the right. Use the left arm to push the right knee over to the left. You can take a hold of the leg or the foot on the other side. And just use this arm as like a chair back, just to make sure your spine is straight. You should always be able to lift up the right hand off the floor and look over the right shoulder, even using the eyes, the vision. Twist around. Try and keep the spine straight, the crown of the head lifted up as you twist. And turn the face back to center. Release the arms. Continue around to the left for a counter twist. Looking over the left shoulder briefly. Uncrossing the legs, lengthen the legs out. Rock the legs inside the hip sockets a little just to loosen them up. Feel the crown of the head lifting up. Now draw the left knee into the chest. Feel the crown of the head lifting up. Cross the left foot over the right leg. Again, revisit. Spine lengthening up. Lengthen the arms out in front. Inhale. Exhale. Twist around to the left and use the right arm to push the left knee over to the right and look over the left shoulder. Breathing into the pressure of the abdomen as you twist the body to the left. Feel the crown of the head reaching up as you twist. Turn the face back to center. Release the arms. Carry on around to the right for a counter twist. Look over the right shoulder briefly. Come back to center. Release the legs and rock them inside the hip sockets. Now draw the knees in and see if you can come to a squat. Even if you're up on your toes, it's fine. But see if you can get the feet wide enough to come to a flat-footed squat. And bring the palms together in front of the chest here, using the elbows to open the hips a little bit as you reach the crown of the head up, lengthening the spine up. And place the palms on the floor in front of you. And then it's just as though you tip the crown of the head towards the floor. Bring the feet in so they're a little bit less than hip width apart. And relax into a standing forward bend. Bend the knees just slightly, bring the weight back onto the heels. And slowly roll up the spine, one vertebra at a time. Rolling the shoulders back. Feel the crown of the head floating up. Facial muscles relax. Mountain pose, the standing pose. Neutral, strong, and balanced on 2 feet. Now bring the feet together. We'll practice the tree pose. And close the eyes and see what it's like to balance on 2 feet together, with the 2 feet together underneath you. Feel the crown of the head lifted up, shoulders relaxed down. Now open the eyes and find a steady, still point on the wall across the room. And bring the weight over onto the left foot. Then place the sole of the right foot somewhere high on the inside of the left thigh or the inside of the left knee, or it could even be on the floor. You could even cheat a little bit and put the toes on the floor if you're new to balancing in this way. But find a position that's comfortable for you for the foot. Ultimately, you might even place the foot on the top of the left thigh like this. But you can start by trying to find a place on the inside of the left thigh for the right foot. And keep the length of the spine going up and bring the palms together in front of the chest. looking up. Journey the palms together overhead, lengthening up and then opening out when you're comfortable, the branches of your tree. A steady, soft focus on the point on the wall beyond. Balancing here and feeling and noticing all the tiny movements of the body to keep you balanced. Using the fullness and steadiness of the breath to steady your pose. Bring the palms together in front of the chest as though you're drawing energy together over the head. Then bring it down to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, float the arms down to the side and place the right foot next to the left foot. Close the eyes, notice the balancing on 2 feet. Open the eyes, find the point on the other side of the room, on the wall. Bring the weight over onto the right foot. Place the left foot on the inside of the right thigh somewhere where it's comfortable. And bring the palms together in front of the chest. Feel the crown of the head lifting. Lengthen the palms up together overhead, reaching and then opening the branches of the tree. The focus of the eyes are wide and soft. And bringing the energy together over the head, drawing it down to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, float the arms down to the side. Pick up the left foot and place it down next to the right. Close the eyes. Notice the balancing on 2 feet. And then find again a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Now, as I was mentioning before, and it's especially true for meditation, when you're sitting on the floor, you need to probably have a cushion underneath you so you can raise your sitting bones higher than your knees. So that you don't, and this is important for sitting for a long time in meditation, so that you don't get pins and needles, so your legs, your lower extremities do not become numb as you're sitting for lengthy periods of time, and that numbness and tingling would obviously be a distraction to your engagement with the meditation practice. Now, as mentioned before, you are free to use this time. Sorry, I just want to get up a little bit higher on my cushion. You're free to use this time to practice meditation in any way that you like, in any practice that is familiar to you. But if we go back to the card that we drew, the 3 of Cups, sharing a practice with each other, sharing nourishment in the presence of others and in the presence of spirit, coming together with other people and with a practice, with ritual actions performed in a sequence, in true space, even if the sharing of that space is virtual, we are coming together to carry out a series of ritual movements together that join us in spirit. And that's really the 3 of Cups, joining together individual humans with spirit and with spiritual practice. Feel the crown of the head lengthening up, shoulders relax down and back. Bring the awareness to the breath. Don't try to change the breath necessarily, although the breath will probably be changed somewhat by the engagement with the physical practice. But just notice what the breath is doing now. Notice if the breath is easy or labored or feels constrained or feels totally relaxed. Just notice without trying to make a change. Notice to yourself whether the breath is different than when you first came into practice together. Notice if you feel self-conscious about your breath or your body or your movements. Notice if you feel lonely or afraid, anxious, nervous, or completely at peace. Don't strive now towards any feeling. Just notice. Bring the awareness back to the breath and continuing to just notice the breath without changing it. Pay particular attention to when the breath begins, when the air begins to start coming into the body. And that tiny second when you or the body decides that the air should now begin to flow out again. Just notice the 2 points on either end of the breathing. The point at which the in-breath begins and the point at which the in-breath switches to being an out-breath. And as you notice that, when the breath begins, when it changes, and when it ends, in a constant circle through the body, just allow the breaths both in and out to get longer, just by milliseconds to begin with, and placing no pressure to achieve a certain length of breath or a certain depth of breath. Just relaxing enough to notice that the breathing gets longer and deeper, even if just slightly. Relax the facial muscles. And listen to the vibration or feel the vibration inside your own body as you chant the syllable Om. Computer, set a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, starting now.
And now that your mind has rested in meditation and your body has been lengthened and moved through the practice of the physical Hatha Yoga, bring your awareness back to the Three of Cups card, the joining together of your body and our spirits with the spirit of the practice, and listen to the drum and see what messages are brought to you within the sound of it. Thank you for joining me with the journeying, yoga, and meditation practice today. La Chiva is the demon in me, and I am La Chiva, and this is Fish Story Gallery, and you are welcome anytime. Sweet dreams.